So we were on Orchid Island, enjoying our vacation as one does. It was a dream come true with a few little extra surprises. The war we waged against the bugs was turning in our favor as we gathered more appropriate weapons. We had replenished our food stocks, and the new scooter hummed like a songbird through the steep mountain roads. Everything was operating smoothly now. As we retired to our tent for one last sleep on Orchid Island, it occurred to me that we never really know at the time that we're having the time of our lives. I keep reaching peaks and thinking this is it, an exercise in being present, I guess. Anyway, the sun came up and it was time to make the most of our last day.
Down there to see the fish. It's completely flooded.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it is day 3, our last day on Orchid Island, and I am neither happy nor sad about that actually. We're going to Green Island, so it's not like we're going back to work right now. So the journey continues, but first,
Breakfast.
yeah, breakfast, shower, maybe go around on the scooter again.
Yeah.
Alright, so for today's breakfast again, we got the probably disgusting parts of pig ham. And, we wanted to have eggs, but all we could find were the tea eggs at 7-Eleven, so we bought those yesterday and we're just reheating them up in hot water. Should be pretty good. And that's it. Very simple. The kids are getting a bang out of lighting the flint stick. That's alright. Look at all your mosquito bites. Holy cow. Crazy.
2 days, 3 days technically, of mosquito bites.
Okay. Breakfast is all sorted. We were just hanging out with these 2 kids. Great kids, like so curious about the world around them. And really smart too. They knew everything about...
Which is our scooter?
I don't remember. Oh, it's way down here. They knew everything about all the critters and bugs in this area.
So good.
And they were just curious about everything we had. They wanted to know how we're cooking, what we're cooking in. So we gave them the little fire steel rod.
Yeah.
That'll keep them busy for a long time. Anyway, the plan is to go and drive down the only road that we haven't driven on this island. There's no name to it. It's just the road that happens to have a weather station on it. And we're gonna drive down it. Because once we do, we'll have driven 100% of the island. The weather was perfect in every way. There were cool breezes and plenty of clouds to provide shade, but not the heavy kind that were pregnant with rain. The road that bisects the island in two was winding and beautiful and mostly empty. We just followed it up into the mountains until we saw a little intersection with a parking space on the corner. That's when the steep hike to the peak of the mountain began. No, it just never ends. It just keeps going up. Why can't we drive? Wow.
The views are amazing though.
The view is pretty spectacular. Whoa.
Holy.
Wow. That's beautiful. Check this out. What the hell, David? Are you following us?
Maybe. We love it.
Well, we made it. It's the weather station. Right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's super cool. You can actually see both sides of the island. You can pretty much see the entire island from up here. It's a hell of a walk. Thankfully, there's some cloud cover. There's no way you could do this in full sun. You would die.
That's what everybody was saying as they were going up. They're like, there's wind, there's shade.
And even with wind and shade, it's just steep and just long enough for your ass to chafe just a little bit. You can start feeling the squeak.
Ooh, that was good.
Yeah, anyway, check out the views.
There's got to be treasures on those islands.
Yeah, right. So, Ollie, what do you say? Has Orchid Island redeemed itself?
Woo!
It's a yes. So it is worth coming here after all, folks, at the end of it all. And from the other people that we've talked to, apparently the ferry's not that difficult. It's only because of the typhoon. And it was shut down for a day, and then we came in the day after. So because of that, it was really difficult. And there was actually no food or drinks on the island that day. So the day we came, they were replenishing with both people and supplies. And it is standing up here. This is probably the most beautiful thing I've seen in Taiwan. I feel like a pirate.
Nature was quickly reclaiming the buildings that were no longer in service, and it created an incredible little ecosystem of creatures and plants. We spent a long time walking around and taking pictures for the photo competition that you will see at the end of this video. But sadly, the clocks didn't stop as we had wished, and so it was time to go back down.
Okay, now the long, very steep walk back down again. The view is just beautiful, and there's not huge crowds. You truly feel lost here, like, yeah. Honestly, elderly Asian people are just like a different breed. Most of the people that were up there were like, what, 70 or older?
Yeah, for sure, like at least 70.
It's insane.
And no sweat, it seems. They just go slow.
Yeah. They just slowly take their time. They get all the way to the top. Like, it's insane. I think about my grandma climbing this. I don't think so. I love you, BB, but there's no way you're gonna walk up here.
We found a brunch spot that was sandwiched between the ocean and the coastal road. The food and mango drinks were like water on a dry sponge. It was so good I almost included it on my epitaph.
Well, that's it. That basically concludes our time at this little campsite. We're just finishing packing up. And then we're gonna get on the scooter, return the scooter, cross the street, and get on the ferry. Go to Green Island. By the way, we just bought these little bandanas because if you soak them in water, put it around your neck, it feels like 10 degrees cooler. In theory, the blood going to your brain cools down, but I don't know if that's true or not. But whatever the case, it feels good. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna say bye to David, say bye to the campsite. That's it. We're out of here. See you, bud. So I was telling Ollie about the factual information that if you want to avoid getting seasick, you should get yourself a beer. And she doesn't believe me, and we can't check the internet right now because the internet doesn't work. So, you at home, do you think that drinking one beer will help you with seasickness or not? Maybe 2 beers. Think about it. Maybe you already know. And then stay tuned. We'll give you the answer later when we can actually look it up online. But I've always lived knowing that beer is helpful in many ways. if I win, she owes me a beer.
Yep.
Right? And if I lose, I have to buy myself a beer.
Wait, what?
You'll do to win this competition are just frankly pathetic.
I forget to look away.
Yes.
For some reason, the crew covered up all the windows with cardboard and turned on a television in front of everyone. And suddenly, the mystery about how this boat got its reputation for being the Vomit Comet was unveiled. I sat there like a good boy and controlled my urge to take out the cardboard and look out the window. I felt like I was a little kid being forced to go to church again. An hour later, and I thought we must be nearly there. It was time to take a peek. I was right. Land ho! Right before me, a tiny island, half the size of Orchid Island both latitudinally and topographically. It looked like a miniature replica of Orchid Island, as if any minute it would get swallowed up by the ocean. Anticipation and excitement boiled up inside of me, the way it always does when my captures finally set me free into a new area to explore. My bladder was also scheming an exit strategy of its own. We made it, Green Island. But you already know that that is a story for next time. See you in the next one, folks. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned because we are going to present the photos for the photo competition and we need your help.
Well, we were gonna film this spot on the roof because we have a pretty cool roof. You can see the Taipei 101 tower just over there somewhere. Let me see, yeah, right there, and the whole rest of the city. And the roof is pretty cool. We have grass and stuff. The dog can run around and play. But it's raining, so we're gonna have to move inside. So no beautiful views for you. All right, so as promised, we're gonna take care of this photography challenge. If you've never seen it before, basically every time we go somewhere, Ollie and I get into a competition to see who can take the best photograph as voted by you. So what you are about to see are two photos. One is A, one is B. We won't tell you who took them. And then you just have to comment down below and choose whether you like A or B. If you follow either of us on Instagram, you've probably seen some of these photos already.
Yeah.
Or whichever one. I don't know which one you're choosing. I think mine's already on Instagram. So, but anyway, okay. So on your screen right now, you are looking at photo A. Photo A. Observe. Absorb. Ah. Riveting. Okay. And now you should see photo B. Beautiful. All right, so just take a second quickly and vote down in the comment section whether you like picture A or picture B. So, photo A was Ollie's, and which photo was it?
It was this one. This was taken at the very top of the tallest mountain, I think, in Lannion, and we did the hike, and there's just a very, very nice view from there. And
Yeah.
I thought it was just gorgeous.
That's where we went to the weather station.
Right.
Lanyon or Orchid Island. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful.
Just before getting to the weather station.
Oh, like on the way up.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. And photo B was mine. I chose this picture here. And the reason I chose it is one, because, well, we had that wonderful time at the pier waiting to get on the ferry. And also just the perspectives are all messed up. Like there's giant fish in the background that are painted on the mural. There's little boats in the foreground that look huge. There's cars driving up the ramp, and then there's people like kind of standing in between all of that, and it's just like the perspectives are just totally like you can't get any sense of scale.
I love it.
Right?
Yeah, so good though. I didn't even notice the cars.
Yeah. So that's it. Comment. Hopefully you've already commented and voted before you knew whose photo was whose. And that's it. Those of you who are members, stay tuned because we will do a pint and a picture next for you, the exclusive member videos. Yeah. All right. That's it.
See ya.
See you next week.